And we back. What's up, guys? I'm with my friends here. We're gonna talk about a very divisive topic since Liverpool have gone and won this asterisk-driven season, pretty much done in the bag. We've decided to jump ahead and discuss a very important topic early. Who is the player of the season? But we'll make it even a little bit more spicy and make it top three because obviously choosing just one wouldn't be much of a discussion. So I got my boys, like I'm saying, I got Linka here,
Hey, what's up?
and I got Temba on my other side, or on the other
Ah,
side.
greetings from a champion. Greetings from a champion.
We're not gonna hear the end of this, are we?
It's gonna
On,
it's gonna be it's
I
gonna
should.
be a long year.
When's the next season gonna end? Anyway, gents. Obviously, bias must be put aside now. I know, especially you, Mr. Liverpool, must be put aside now. We have to discuss top three players. Obviously, I'd love some defenders in there. We must include the whole influence of the team. Everybody can mention basically their categories. Just state in a short sentence why, for your top three. And then we'll move on. So Linka, what do you got as your top three?
Okay. I'm a United fan. I'm sure you guys watching already know that. Um, and I would love, guys, I'm so sorry, but I would love to have put the most perform. I'd say it's just that he hasn't had a season, guys. But Bruno Fernandes,
No, 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 no.
Bruno Fernandes. Bruno
We can
Fernandes,
buy him.
listen. In the Premier League, the man has played 8 games, right? He has scored 5 times and he's assisted 3 times. That means he's involved in a goal every game. So, okay. Let me
No
be
one's buying.
serious. Let
No
me
one's
let me
buying.
be No, that's true, bro. You can't deny that. Like those are just obvious facts. But anyway, um, I'm gonna put a top three that I think have pretty much done well for most of the season. So I'm taking consistency into it. Another part that I'm putting in is um, I think I'm more biased towards goals and goal contributions, to be honest. So I looked at players going forward. And then the other aspect, probably my final aspect, would be how important they were to the individual team and whatever success or yeah, I mean success right now would be winning something. But a team could be successful if they're rebuilding, and so I feel like whatever success the player had on the team, whatever impact they had on the success of the team for the season so far, um, I think played a big part in that as well. So, in no particular order except number one. So, I'm going to give the two other players and then I'll give the player I believe is the best in the league. Uh, no particular order. I have Jamie Vardy. That man, that man was, I believe he's been instrumental to what Leicester have done this season. Yeah, Leicester not performing that well right now. But for them to be third right now, I think he played a big part in that. Um, he scored 19 goals, assisted four, so he had 23 goal contributions. Feel like he played a big part in where they are. The other player I have, the other runner up, is Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Get in there,
Um,
yes.
I feel like this guy, he like there are many positions on that Liverpool team where people could argue that someone else could come in, but I just don't see them doing what they did this season without Trent in that position. Like, yes, Van Dijk very important. Yes, Money very important. Um, but what Trent did this season, I think, was next level. Andrew, I would have loved to see Andy Robertson do something similar, but I don't think he had as big of an impact this season like he did last season. Salah's standard is too high now for us to continue mentioning him. He did well, probably the guy who had the most goal contributions in the Liverpool team. But Trent, for a defender to have the second, I think he's behind in terms of defenders. I think he's the highest with the assists, probably one of the highest in all of Europe. And so I feel like Trent played well this season, but I don't think I need to qualify this. The best player in the league right now is Kevin De Bruyne. I'm not gonna say much on that.
Oh, I thought you said. I didn't know you were starting from bottom up. I was like Jamie Vardy number one, but that's okay.
No, no, no. I
I see
said
what you're
the
saying
other
there.
two
And
players don't really they're not in order, but then Kevin De Bruyne is by far the best
also,
player in the league.
whew, I wonder if the man in the Liverpool jersey has to what he has to say about that. Timber,
uh,
you just player from the runner-up team as the best player in the Premier League. What do you have to say about that?
I have a lot to say. I think an interesting debate actually, given the fact that Linker named Jamie Vardy as a potential player of the season, would he be willing to see him play in a United shirt? But that's a question for another day.
How old is Vardy? How old is Vardy? How old is Vardy?
He's probably in his
Yeah,
late
yeah, yeah.
20s. He's probably in his late
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to jam, he can come jam with the boys.
20s.
I don't think I'd call him, but if he wanted to come, then that's a different conversation. Yeah,
All right. So you wouldn't say no,
No,
but you
wait,
also
wait.
wouldn't go hunting for him.
yeah.
Nchana, would you? No, 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 no. Would you? Let's say I think Jamie Vardy is on the same level as my J Lings in terms of value, what United can afford at least, and what it costs.
What do you
But
mean
Jamie
United
Vardy,
can afford anyone?
I
That is
know, but
true.
I'm saying if in terms of wages, in terms of I think what
Okay.
Lingard is getting is you can easily put in Jamie Vardy. But the
Yeah.
question is, would you take him at 33 years old? Because that's how old he is.
Oh,
No, I
wow.
wouldn't. I wouldn't. I
Wow.
wouldn't.
He is
Wouldn't
33. Okay.
wait,
I
wait.
wouldn't.
I'm shocked as
Sure.
anyway. Temba.
Okay. Let me get into my predictions, or at least what I would say are the top three. Um so yeah, in no particular order, I'd say if I could, I'd just pick Liverpool players. In all honesty,
We
we are
know. We know.
we are
We know.
champions, but I have to be fair, and try be unbiased as much as possible. So I think I'd agree with Linka putting Trent Alexander-Arnold in there. Yes, Virgil has been key in terms of our defense, but I think what Trent has offered us in both defense and attack for me have really been vital. I wouldn't say he's the best defensive right back in the
I was
league,
about to.
but I'd say all around he's the best right back for me, just given how much he contributes to the success of Liverpool. Yeah, whether it's goals or assists, yeah, he's really just an amazing talent. Sadio Mane would be my other pick. And obviously, he bangs those goals. He's pleasing to the eye to watch.
Now with that hairline. Now with that hairline.
Hey, listen. When you're that quick, you're bound to have a receding hairline. You're bound to have a receding hairline when you're that quick.
Yeah, that's a nice comeback. That's a nice comeback.
And then yeah, I'd also put Kevin De Bruyne in there. Listen, and I actually had an interesting thought in my head. I was like,
Wait. Order.
um,
Or you just,
so yeah, no. At the moment, no order. I'm just stating them, and then yeah, I'll announce at the end who I think should get player of the season. But yeah, I was having an interesting thought in my head. I was like, if I was given the option between Bruno Fernandes and Kevin De Bruyne, who would I take? Because they're both the type of players that I really like to watch play.
I know you like my
Um,
boy. I know you like my boy.
so yeah, it would be. I won't lie. If Bruno had maybe started the season, he would have definitely been a part of this conversation. But it's unfortunate, or maybe fortunate for some, that he came in halfway through. But it's gonna make it interesting next season if De Bruyne stays at City, to see how those two will lead their team. But yeah, in all honesty, I think Kevin De Bruyne is gonna get player of the season. As much as that breaks my heart to say that, I cannot deny how quality the man has been consistently throughout the season. I think he even had an injury at one point, and so he had some time out. But even coming back from that, he was just very brilliant. He's very beautiful to watch play football, which for me, I'm all about the aesthetics. I want to see someone do things that I can't do, and that's and thingy. Kevin De Bruyne does that so well. So yeah, I'd say that would be my top three: De Bruyne, Mane, and Trent, but with De Bruyne taking the trophy.
Okay. Okay, I guess mine is up next, hey.
Yes.
It's a very interesting takes. And I think if I may say, my perspective is Linka's more the numbers guy. I'm more the eye test guy. Have to watch, you have to please the eye,
But I'm not. It's not. Those are not mutually exclusive, bro.
They are, because sometimes the stats, like Steve Campbell said, that the stats are like a mini sketch. They don't show everything, okay? But anyway, so for me, I think what you guys brought up as well, I think is something I consider as well, is impact on the team. Like, for example, over the course of a season, obviously, you can see the impacts of different players more than you would just the guy who scores goals. So for me, I like to look at that. So I'm going to have I might have one or two surprises in there. Because we like Cannavaro, how Cannavaro won the Ballon d'Or. Anyway, my number three, I guess I'll do it like you guys. My number three would be Aubameyang.
Wow.
Whoa. I let you guys speak.
Okay.
I gave him a number three spot, which doesn't even exist in this competition anyway. Because, I mean, you guys always tell me how trash my team is, but the guy still managed 19 goals. I mean, it's sublime. 20 goals in the Premier League is no walk in the park. To do it in a mid-table team, let me just. You want to see who's in the mid-table?
So you guys are you guys a mid-table team?
You just
a mid-table team?
Arsenal is a mid-table team. You just admitted, and we have it on record.
Whoa. I'm just. What do you want me to say, guys?
Okay.
And number 8. What do you want me to say? Is more goals than Kane? More goals than who's at Everton? What's that guy with the color? Not color guy. It's,
not Calvert-Lewin. He's you can't compare those guys.
I'm just saying that's where our level is because we.
Okay.
But anyway.
Okay.
And
Chris Wood. Chris Wood.
Yeah. Think about big Chris Wood is. Let me see you on the goals.
And Jordan.
Okay.
And Jordan, are you?
That's who he's fighting. That's who he's fighting.
But the guys we are fighting are there number 21. Anyway. And then number 2 is Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, I was very, very close not to putting him in because essentially, in the context of the season, City underperformed. Even though De Bruyne put in the assist and all that stuff, it's like, how much better could he have been? Was he better last season? I'm trying to remember. But I think, obviously, why I put him there is I think this season, he's kind of, though he's been good for a while now, but he stamped himself as a world-class player this year. I think now there's a handful of world-class player. I think that Kevin De Bruyne, given his age and his performance and his consistency, I would consider world-class. And that's not a class that not many people can enter. And then number 1, obviously, Crank is tempted to put everybody in Liverpool. I think you can't have more than one player from each team in a discussion of, in a top 3 like this. So if I had to choose one person, and I also want to know from you, Cranker, if you had to choose one person at Liverpool, who would you choose? For me, it's the obvious choice, Sadio Mane, the most impactful player at Liverpool. So, yeah, that's my top 3. Anyway, before we wrap it up, I just wanted to know, since they don't choose a top 3 in the real life, they only choose a top player. Are we all in agreement that Sadio Mane is the best player this season?
You just heard us. You just heard us say it's KDB, bro. You just heard us say it.
Yeah, it's Kevin De Bruyne, and I think for me that's why Player of the Season is a tricky one. It's like, do you always base it off of accolades, or do you base it off of stats, or do you base it off of just the quality of the player on the pitch?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
a
mean,
tricky one.
I think you can use even last season as an example, to further sort of enhance Cranker and I's opinion of the fact that no, Virgil won the Player of the Year, but he didn't win the league. So
Yeah. But they're not
he
going to do
played
that
well.
twice.
And I just think Kevin De Bruyne has been almost unplayable this season.
Unplayable. But
That is
that's why
true.
I gave him props. But maybe I didn't clarify the question. I'm saying, who do we think is going to be announced? Like, I think this is mainly our opinion, whatnot. But now, when we think about it as a betting man or whatever, who do you think is going to get it?
Kevin De Bruyne.
You really think so?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard because you voted him to be your number one and your number one as well.
Yeah,
Guys,
no.
For a reason.
winning a title after 30, I can't believe for even you, Cranker, after 30 years, those guys in that squad are going to be remembered forever.
That is true. That is true.
And Sadio
But
Mane is going to be top of that list.
I honestly think, knowing British media, knowing how the journalists often vote, it's going to be hard to see that go to Sadio Mane. I'm just being honest. I'm being honest.
I think
What are you
if there's any player, like I'm saying, if there's any player who could win it at Liverpool this season, it's Trent, bro.
Yeah.
Wait, when you say I'm not getting you, what do you mean by the British media?
We all know.
Kevin De Bruyne is not English.
But Sadio
What are you
Mane, Sadio Mane is a black African boy.
Okay, I just wanted to get clarity. That's okay. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it. I don't know if you guys want to chime in on anything else. I disagree. I think Sadio Mane is going to be definitely it without a doubt. I don't know if you want to have
you're right. I hope you're right.
Gentleman's agreement. Gentleman's agreement saying Kota and whoever gets it right. But you guys are the same person, right?
Listen, let's do this. Let's let the viewers talk about it and decide in the comment section.
Okay,
let's see where that conversation goes.
Okay, just for clarity, you saying Linka, you going for Kevin De Bruyne? Frank, are you in agreement, or are you saying Trent?
I am in agreement, Kevin De Bruyne.
Wow, this is not interesting. I'm shocked. I thought it was obvious. I honestly thought I had the obvious choice.
No.
I mean, Kevin De Bruyne is amazing, but like I was saying, City are almost how many points behind you guys?
20 points.
They're a lot. 20 points.
Guys, is it not obvious that the best player has got to come from the winning team? Am I? And
no,
I know
Virgil won it last year and he didn't win the league.
But Virgil was transcending like the standards of a defender last year. Kevin De Bruyne, that's why I'm saying he's just reaffirming what he's been doing for years. Virgil van Dijk emerged last year, emerged and established Liverpool. Saying it's like I'm saying when a defender wins these things, it's always you just have to give it to them, whether they win or not. You just have to give it to them because you can't deny their performance.
But the same argument you're using for De Bruyne could be used for Sadio Mane as well. It's just that one of them managed to win a trophy, well, a Premier League title. And hence I go back to the argument of, do you always just base it off of what you got for your team, the stats, or just how good you are to the eye? And I think it has to be a combination of everything.
Yeah.
Wait, but do you guys think I'm just saying Mane because they won? That is a factor, no doubt. But in terms of performance as well,
no, that's not what we are saying. That's not what we're saying.
You're not denying his brilliance.
You're not denying it.
And that's why I'm saying that for me, remember when I'm saying that for Kevin De Bruyne winning it from a losing team, he'd have to do something exceptional. And that's why I'm saying Virgil won it last year because even as a defender, it was out of this world. So
let me ask this. Right now with Arsenal, who do you take between Sadio Mane and Kevin De Bruyne?
Ooh. I'll take them both. I'm just
come on. We all know who you take. We
Oh,
all know who you
obviously, I'd take Kevin De Bruyne, and that's not to say anything about Mane. It's just that
Yeah,
kind of
we're not bashing money in any way. Like I said,
I think none of us have.
I don't even have him in my top three.
That's
Maybe because I thought diversity first, and I thought Leicester, because Leicester don't do this often, guys. I
they
thought
wanted.
what they don't do it often.
Okay.
Often is the key word. Um, so
So
what Vardy, they don't get to where they are if Vardy doesn't score all those goals and contribute to the others as well. So and then I said that I think the best player on Liverpool right now, at least this season, has been Trent for me. So I'm not putting anything on money. I'm just saying.
I actually want to follow up with you on that, Link. That was another one. Cranker, I'd love to hear, obviously, as a supporter. Trent, would you take Trent in that? Because for me, I get what Trent provides, but I think the emphasis, like you were saying, is more going forward. And I think a lot of, and maybe it's just the way I think, but I think a lot of Liverpool's success is down to the defending and the anchor of that defending. Because you're right in terms of he provided a lot of assists, but how many times, the defending gets you out of sticky situations? I mean, I know you guys were in some high scoring games, but like Van Dijk he's brain damaged people now. They're scared, people panic when they come and take, and that's, I think, is contributed to Liverpool's success, a big one. You know what I mean? So it would be hard for me to choose a defensive player and not choose Van Dijk, given how much he brings to Liverpool. Because I don't know how many games, like if we were Lecranker, maybe you can speak up. How many games in terms of success when Van Dijk and Trent are on and off the pitch? Because I don't remember Van Dijk being injured a lot this season.
No, I think those guys played almost every game.
Yeah, Van Dijk only got injured when we went to go and become the Club World Cup champions. I feel like I should highlight this as well. We are currently European champions, world champions, and English champions. Just had to
okay, cool, Cranker.
Okay,
cool.
we the time is up now.
Okay.
Cranker ruined it. Cranker's ruined this segment of the show. So yeah, all right, guys. So thank you for hearing us out. Please book it when it's announced. You heard it here first. In terms of some of the guys' prediction, some of these guys believe that Kevin De Bruyne, the runner-up by more than 15 points to the champions Liverpool, will win the best player of the Premier League. And I think I'm right, Sadio Mane will win it. So please comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know who you think your top three is, and let us know who you think is gonna be announced by the Premier League as the best player of the season, or officially. All right, thanks, guys.
Footie boys, it is signing out.
Hola.